Good morning, everybody. Orange here with another Persona 5 The Phantom X video, and today I'm going to give you my honest review of this game after playing casually for a week. Now, my goal with this game was to come in and just have sort of that like single player experience in a multiplayer gacha game. So I understand that like I might have just been setting myself up for failure a little bit there because this is an online game with like gacha elements. Am I really going to get to have that Persona experience? And for the most part, I found that I did. So one of the things that I like, and I'm going to go over what I like and don't like about this game. One of the things I like is you have that like day-to-day stuff. Like right here, I'm going to hang out with Minami Miyashita. And like, truth be told, I don't necessarily care about this side story, right? But I get good rewards for it. I kind of follow it, generally speaking. So I'll just click through it really fast since I don't necessarily care what's going to happen. And because it's not like a single player Persona game where I feel like I need to like get all my dialogue options right and I need to like min-max my time spent, I can just kind of casually blow through that, skip it. I get the gist of her story. That's enough for me. And so I get to experience those parts of Persona, right? Where it's like work at the flower shop, work at the movie theater, clean the house. I could go hang out with this person, but I haven't met the conditions yet. Like leveling up your social skills, doing the day-to-day life stuff. That's in this game. There's a lot of it to do. Great. I like all of that. Another thing that I like about this game, it's like the kind of like core Persona combat. Now, I play on PC with a controller. I can't imagine playing on my phone. But I don't love to play games on my phone anyway. Still, the combat in the game is fun if you enjoy the Persona combat. And in fact, if you're somebody who just likes to like go through Persona dungeons, level up the Personas, get new Personas, there's so many ways to do that. Like you can actually go farm the Personas in this game on purpose. Like I can go to Realm of Repression right here. I can go to these different floors and get new Personas and farm dupes of them, and you could like use the dupes in this game to give other Persona skills. I enjoy all of those systems. So if you like to like experiment with Personas, build them up, make your character like versatile by equipping different ones, boom, that's in this game, and I think you'll enjoy that part of it. It is a little bit different than like Persona 5 the actual game was, but it is there. Now I want to talk about something that I didn't like about this game as much. The story isn't as engaging, for sure. Like, I've enjoyed playing the game, but I find myself just skipping most of the story. I'm finished with the first dungeon. The first dungeon was very similar in theme to the first dungeon in Persona 5, but like if the first dungeon in Persona 5 had like, you know, R rating with like the teacher and student relationship thing, this one is pretty PG-13. Like I'm not going to ruin it for you, but it's like ex sports star who's just down on his, you know, not feeling good about his ex. Anyway, like it wasn't as engaging for sure. But guess what? You can just skip it. You just don't have to listen to the story. You can just play through the dungeon and have fun. And in fact, if you want to have more dungeon experience, you could come to like the events, like Crossroads of Fate right here is letting me play through a version of the first Persona 5 dungeon. It's different because you're like crossing worlds, and since you're there, things are kind of going differently, blah, blah, blah. And you don't have to like grind out the whole dungeon, but it's enough to like go down that memory lane. And I find myself not only enjoying doing this, but I find myself wondering, oh man, are they going to do this for Persona 4? Are they going to do this for Persona 3? Are they going to do it for other like Shin Megami games? Like that would be really great to kind of like experience those games again in a different modern twist kind of way. And the rewards from these are very much worth doing. Now, something else I didn't like about this game is it does one of the gacha things that drives me crazy. I had a day where I had like 6 hours to play, which for me is like super rare. And I'm not like min-maxing my grind every day, right? Like that's not what I was trying to do. But I hit the point, and like, let's go look at my characters here. I hit the point where my main character was like level 27. And to send the calling card to the boss of the first dungeon, you got to be account level 30. Your main character levels up with your account level. You can't like, that's how you level him. The rest of your characters you level with like special character experience, stuff like that, you know, drops within the game. And I've enjoyed all of those. I'll get to that here in a minute. But like The game gates you based on account level. I hate it when gacha games do that, especially when I'm trying to just like sit back here and take advantage of a day when I can play hardcore. I got shut down, and I got shut down because I wasn't min-maxing my like account energy every day. You can see down here in this metaverse button, I currently have 165 energy out of 240. If I had been using this the most efficient way, or I had purchased, coffee drinks to recharge it, I wouldn't have been gated there, but I wasn't. And so I just kind of had to quit playing the game on a day when I got to play. That's definitely more of a problem for casual players and free to play than it is for hardcore and spenders, but I just don't like it when games do that. Now, something else I've really enjoyed about the game are the characters, not for necessarily exploring their side stories, because I kind of find I don't care too much about most of them right now, but more because I just think they look and play in an interesting way. Like here's On. She is a fire mage, just like she was in Persona 5, but she has a different like move sets, right? She gives herself buffs and like can boost her own attack and inflict burn on the bosses. She's a pure damage dealer for sure, but her moves aren't just like the classic Persona 5 moves. I didn't know if I would like that or dislike it when I first started. I actually find that I like it. It's fun to experience these characters in a new way. And like with most of the fights in the game, throw it on auto. Like when you're just pushing through the dungeon fighting random mobs, just have the auto fight, kill it as quickly as you can, turn off animations, and just grind through it. So there's a little bit less grinding than there was in the other Persona games, or at least you could just breeze through it pretty easily. But when you get to the hard fights, like the boss fights, that's when you need to pay attention to characters like your support character, right? Like this is a Nemertez. Yeah, or that's the Persona's Nemertez. This is Kana Ichinose, or Miyu, voiced by Kana Ichinose, whatever. This character provides shields and buffs for your group, and she's like not in your group. She's like Morgana in Persona 5, where she's sitting in the back, or I'm sorry, like Futaba in Persona 5, where she's sitting in the background providing buffs, but you get a little bit more control over. I love how they made that work. The gameplay is the draw for me. The owl plays a lot like Morgana from the first game, where it's a healer, and it's really great that you have one because I haven't pulled another one yet. Here's like a lightning character, here's a fire character, and you can customize the main persona into your main character into like whatever elements you want by equipping different personas. Like here I have gun, nuclear, death element, dark element, right? Cool. And I could work on building out some of these other personas if I wanted to. You can change their builds. Like here I have another 5-star one. I just haven't leveled her yet. So I love all of that. Like the mechanics of the game are the draw to me, and the characters look really cool. Now let's go to something that I don't necessarily like. The game does not give you enough pulls. I have played for 7 days, just cleared the first dungeon, and I am about to, and in fact, I'll do it right here in this video. I'm about to hit pity for the first time. And it's not with pulling tickets, it's with premium currency and pulling tickets. But I have quite literally only pulled one SSR the whole time. There is a newbie banner that in 50 pulls you get to select what. Right now it's one of the old Persona 5 characters, so Ryuji, Morgana, or On. I picked On, and that's great. I love that choice that I made, but you can actually catch another one on that banner and still get the pick after 50. Of course I didn't catch another one, and this is an 80 pull pity, and you can see I'm at 70 out of 80 and have not caught another 5 or SSR character yet. So here, let's see what my second SSR character is going to be as I burn every pull and like all of the premium gems that I have. Now you do get to sign your name. I do like the pull mechanic in this. Let's make a big star. Boom. Lovely. Okay. Oh, there, I've never seen that animation. That is the first time, I kid you not, that is the first time I've seen the SSR animation, because even on the newbie banner, I didn't pull an SSR. I just got to the end and you got to pick one. So this will be my first walkout animation of the whole game on day 7. And I know that like more hardcore players will be like, yeah, well, I was done with the first dungeon the first day and I had 3 SSRs. Yeah, okay. But like, especially a game like this needs to be attractive to more casual players like myself in this game. So here we go. I'm going to hit pity too. It's going to be on the 80th pull. Who'd I get? I got Morgana. Okay, or Mona. Now, I don't actually know what that character does yet. I don't even know if I'm going to use... Well, it's a wind element. I don't really have a wind element character that I'm using yet. So I probably will use old Morgana right here. But as an example of, like, in Persona 5, she was a healer that could do some, like, wind damage stuff. In this game, we're getting these skills. Let's see if we can actually look at them right here. I might need to go to a different menu. I need to go look at her persona. Boom, right here. Okay, so Missile Whirlwind, wind damage to one foe with like 96% modifier. Inflicts Windswept, which decreases defense by 12 for 2 turns. Really nice debuff right there. And one chance to gain Chivalry. Chivalry will spin stacks to heal the entire party's HP. So I've used her in like the side content before. She can trigger this like group heal. That's pretty useful. So she's a wind damage healer, much like she was in Persona 5. Healing Breeze is a party HP heal. Gentle Fist is a critical hit attack, so she had that in Persona 5. She's really kept a lot of her theme from the first Persona game. I will probably slot her in to my group and like as a replacement maybe to the main sidekick character. Anyway, that's my first SSR that wasn't a select gift. Now, I do like the game. I plan on not being free to play forever. I do plan on dropping some money in, and so I probably will like buy enough pulls that I can get myself back up there. The game does do this a lot. Like you do get a lot of the pop-ups. Like, do you want to buy a Morgana dupe and 1,000 Primo gems for $17? I do not. I'll take advantage of some of the like newbie deals and stuff like that. Anyway, that's kind of my review of the game. If you want like that mechanical Persona feel, you're going to get it here. If you like collecting characters, playing with them, dungeon crawling, you're going to get it here. If I had to make like a final comparison, if you've read the books Dungeon Crawler Carl, just kind of like pretend that's what you're doing. You're in some like weird world and you have lots of weird abilities and weird friends that can do weird stuff and you're just killing strange monsters. If you could kind of like get into that mindset and not want that maybe like super engaging, really into it story that Persona 3, 4, and 5 all had for me, and like maybe the story will get better, maybe, I don't know. But if you just kind of lose yourself in the experience, I think this could be the game for you. If not, hey, go replay Persona 3 again, or Persona 4, or Persona 5, or, you know, someday in 2033, we'll get Persona 6, and that'll be badass. Okay, thank y'all for watching. Have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you next time. Peace.